Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Weekly Talk. My name is Cale, and we have a very special episode for you today. If you're new to the show, every week we set up a topic with a short story or a would you rather question, and today we have a special episode which I'll be getting into. You just hold tight. Before we get to that, I have to talk to two of my best friends, coworkers, colleagues, accomplices, degenerates.
Degenerates.
Wow, that went downhill fast.
It did. It started off well, and then it ends badly, just like this show. Corey, Xavier. In that order. Corey, I don't know where you're at, but I'm happy that you're joining us this time, and hopefully back in the rotation permanently.
Yeah, thanks, man. I actually can't tell you where I'm at right now, but I'm really happy to be back, at least on the show, while I'm able to be in this space right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some of our guests might notice that I wasn't able to attend last week's meeting, and your lovely wife, Deborah, filled in for a fantastic episode.
She just was off the rails. So
yeah, it was a wild episode.
Anyway, I'm glad to see your face again, Corey. Why are you not here?
Well, okay, so I can't say it again. Like the whole. All right, listen. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I went to a protest like 4 or 5 years ago, and somebody's trying to serve me a subpoena right now. So I'm kind of living in my car for a while.
Never let them catch you, brother. You're the one, brother. Don't let them get you.
When your house is on wheels, the world's your home.
That's true. The open road. Every road is your driveway, brother.
Every road is your driveway.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough about my situation. Xavier, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I don't think I could top that though. That sounds.
You
pretty
can try.
I could try. I'll drive and then I'll try to live the life of Corey.
Just instantly run out of gas.
Instantly run out of gas.
Yeah.
But
not allowed to use the gym shower too often. They get suspicious.
Oh man,
suspicious. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I have a shower at a gym at work, so maybe I can use that.
That sounds like wow.
You're just gonna live at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like worst case scenario. Oh yeah, Xavier, why are you here so often?
Why are you badging in?
Love
Like
my
midnight?
job.
I just love sleeping at my desk. There's nothing going on at home.
I find I get my best sleep here while I'm on the clock.
Yeah. While I'm on the clock. Yeah. Taking naps during the day.
Perfect. How else are you supposed to do it?
I'm doing good though, guys. I'm ready to get into this. I'm excited to hear what this new episode's going to be about, Cale.
Oh, hell yeah.
But before we get into that, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Oh,
can't skip you.
Nah. Not this time.
Not this time.
I'm doing well. I'm glad Corey's back.
Me too.
Semi back, I guess. I see him, so he's not that far. The internet isn't. He's proximity, right?
Right. I mean, yeah. It's all relative.
Right. That's fine. but we've under. How could I say this? I'm working on my house for the 27th straight year in a row. So we've started yet another project. I'm going for 69 years, and then I'll either die or I'll just blow up the house. One of the two.
Well, at that number, I think you gain immortality.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping. All these jokes, all these dumb, stupid statements that I make all the time in business settings, in serious situations. I'm just like, nice. I'm hoping it pays off.
Oh yeah, it is. That's why you can afford to do this podcast.
That's true. It's giving me some free time. I know it's going to pay off down the road. But no, we're redoing our whole kitchen, so that's been a endeavor to want to take on in 5 days, trying to get that done. So that's been good. Debbie's actually working on it right now while I'm doing this.
So that's what that banging is.
Damn it. That's not anybody trying to get away from the basement. That is her doing a remodel.
Right.
Moving on.
She's putting in the woman hours.
The woman hours. Woman hours. She has the power.
She's got the power. That's
anyway,
cool,
enough about that, guys. Are you ready to get into this episode and why it is special?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. I love special things.
special things. It just rings a bell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Magic.
And special for this rallies, special gatherings,
special elections, special victims unit, everything.
Special, man.
I really thought I slipped that through and nobody caught it. I really thought I was going to wait for you to like listen back to that and be like, oh no.
We're keeping that in then.
Oh God. Okay. Well, here it is. We got greedy. And we're doing a new introduction for the show sometimes where we're going to do multiple Would You Rather questions in a segment.
Ooh.
And tonight is the maiden voyage of that format. So we're going to be sprinkling these in depending on if everyone hates this or not. And even if you do, we'll probably still do it.
I mean, probably. We got a show to do.
We're doing it anyway. So
that's why every episode's special.
Yeah.
That's true. Damn it. We're good. It writes itself. Yeah. I wish. Anyway, let's get into the first of our 3 Would You Rathers.
Cool.
Whenever we do these trifecta shows, or whatever we end up calling it, it's going to follow a main topic, and then the 3 Would You Rathers will branch off from that main topic. So from tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about death. Ooh. Not the band, unfortunately. There will be an episode about that eventually. Chuck, we miss you.
Yeah.
But death and what lies beyond that in the circumstances surrounding it. So without any further ado, we'll get into our first one if you guys are ready.
Let's do it.
I'm always ready to die.
He's ready.
I wasn't ready for that.
Nobody is. And that's why it's so hard.
Dude said it with such a straight face. It was just... Ouch.
Listen, being on the run for the last 2 weeks, Cale's made me a different man. And
that's
I'm not
true. He's a different guy. He's a different host. He's a different comrade.
Get it in the show. I can't keep thinking about it.
All right, here we go. Our first of 3 tonight. Would you rather be reincarnated or go to an afterlife?
Okay.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Reincarnated, experience all this terribleness again. Or go to some version of the afterlife. We'll kind of get into like the specifics of that, your choice. But off the bat, what are you thinking, Corey?
Well, when you get reincarnated, I guess let's kind of set up the rules. Is it like you're still time doesn't stop? It's always going forward, even in death and rebirth. So like there's no I'm hopping around between ages and history or nothing like that. It's just a singular timeline forward. So when I die today, I'll wake up tomorrow as a different human.
Yes, I would like that, like perpetually moving forward instead of like these random life cycles. Yeah. Let's do that just for context. Yeah.
So follow up question: is it like the class system? I think in Hinduism or Buddhism, I can't quite remember, where you come back as different things.
Yeah, I was when Xavier and I were talking about this, that did come up in like kind of a living your life like on a judgment scale kind of deal. If that were to be the case, I guess, the worse you are, or I mean, the deeds you do, the way you live your life, if it's deemed in bad taste or in bad lighting, I guess you would be reincarnated as something lesser than a person.
Okay.
Or just in a worse scenario. I don't think you can be an inanimate object.
No, I think it has to be a life.
You would just be a more insignificant.
I was hoping to be a rock.
It's like everything.
You want to be a wrestler?
At the bottom of the ocean.
Okay, just drowning for forever.
That's a certain type of hell.
with that being that, and then going to an afterlife, I guess an afterlife can be of your choosing. However you depict that or however you imagine that. So if that sways your answer one way or another,
No, I think it does, because I like the idea of reincarnation. And though by the time I'll die, I'll never have explored more than 1% of this entire world. Right. I think I would like to look forward to an afterlife and explore something that is just unknowable.
Right. I like that.
Yeah, like whether it's something that you make it or something else entirely, the idea of an afterlife is always kind of a soothing thing to have in the back of your mind,
Yeah,
right.
Whether or not you believe in its existence or nothingness, like it'd be nice. It'd be nice So I think I'd go with the it'd be nice option.
Very nice. I get that. The it'd be nice would be nice.
It'd be fucking nice.
Nice. 69. Nice.
Yeah.
That better pay off. That better pay off.
Dude, that was probably the best joke of the show.
Yeah, just super slow-mo. 69. Nice. And then just dead silence. Just
I'll put the children booing.
Piece of shit.
Like,
Xavier,
wow, yeah.
are you trying to be a nice guy like Corey, or are you trying to be reincarnated as a terrible person or some kind of rat?
Yeah, you've done a lot of up stuff.
That's why the rock at the bottom of the oceans.
Yeah, I'm surprised you said that you wanted to become as that. I thought you would come back as the apex predator, but I guess I don't know you that well.
Well, he said he couldn't be inanimate.
Yeah, we can't be an
rock.
I was like,
is a rock alive?
People have pet rocks, right?
I swear to God. You want to be reincarnated or not?
Damn, what happens when pet rocks die? Do their souls go to heaven?
Oh, dude. I hope so. All rocks go to heaven.
All rocks go to heaven.
Can you smell?
It's just like millions of Dwayne Johnsons.
That's your afterlife, Corey. Just the rock everywhere.
Oh man, all right. I'm gonna think about that while Xavier talks about his better option than mine.
Oh yeah.
No, I think I'm gonna choose the same option as Corey because I'd like there to be an afterlife, something that be it's always I feel like people want something to be there or something to be more after death. Maybe to go, see loved ones that we've lost, in time, reconnect, because that's what I would, ideally I would like, that's what I would want, would be able to spend time with loved ones that have gone and passed, and everyone just kind of gathers again or wherever we are. And look forward to something like that, or it's a place that's everybody's happy and there's peace. You're seeing all your family or whoever, your friends and everyone that you've come across with in life and had joys with, and you're all living again, but maybe in a different realm or a different plane, dimension, who knows, but something that's after our mortal lives here. I think I would look forward to something like that.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah. Especially like when like at that point time isn't ever a problem, so you can just spend the joy with y'all, your family.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no hate, no war, no death, no disease.
There's no
violence.
guns though, Xavier.
That's okay. Hey, no need for anything that causes death, because we're undead, essentially.
You already sent them.
All right, I'm sorry, side tangent here. Would it be scarier if there were guns in heaven? I think so.
Well, okay, if there's guns in heaven and nobody can die, I mean, everyone's just gonna have fun.
So it's like a Valhalla.
Yeah,
literally.
There you go.
It's like the most extreme version of laser tag, bullet tag.
Dude, there you go. Yeah.
Oh man, everybody would just be made of PTSD.
Oh yeah, everyone would be having fun. They're just like, haha, it's like a big video game.
It sounds like North Korea.
Oh god.
No,
Xavier is raising God's army.
Well, it'd be like Valhalla. We're all just having fun, shooting at each other, and then getting some brews and call it a day.
Let's do it tomorrow. Yeah, that's
Same
literally what we do.
Boys? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
that's just what we do. Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what? That sounds pretty dope though. Cause like I spent a lot, like you guys know, like I spent some time back in the Midwest and just shooting some guns and drinking beer and just kind of hanging around on a nice warm day. Sounds pretty good.
Oh yeah.
See, just that kicking back, relaxing.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, Cale, what about you, dude?
I'm going to agree with you guys. This is one of the rare times that we have all three of us going the same way. But
wow, okay.
I do have not a caveat to that, but it would be cool in this scenario if we were reincarnated. Say, we were deemed worthy to be a person again, and you're born into this next life. It would only be not that it would only be, but it would be amazing to have the knowledge of now as a newborn. Obviously terrifying to anyone around you. They're like, what the hell is going on? This kid knows everything. But for you to have like the patience you've learned over life, or your mental state, or all these lessons that you've learned, to be able to have that off the bat instead of having this massive learning curve would be cool. But that also, I think, comes with its own problems of like you not experiencing things the first time around. You've already
experienced it.
Yeah, you've already experienced it. So like, I don't know if that would like lessen your existence, having your past come back with you.
Well, I find it interesting that you went with the carrying over of knowledge through lifetimes and
right.
through species.
That's kind of how I think about just like people who, it's used a lot, but like people are like old souls or wise beyond their years. That's those kind of like generic kind of like throw out their statements kind of give me the idea of that. Like, okay. Oh, you've had past experiences, or, oh, you were, not reincarnated necessarily, but like having these experiences already, it makes you like more apt to handle life or to handle situations. Maybe I see it in like that sense, not necessarily like, oh, I remember exactly what happened to me.
Right.
Maybe experiences or how to handle your emotions versus like, just going in to it raw like everybody else. But that's not my answer. I'm going after life also. I want to, like you guys say, it's nice. That would be the nicest outcome of things. I feel like, Xavier, you were talking about people wanting there to be an afterlife, wanting there to be something else. And I feel like that's probably because we feel such complex emotions, like the love that we have for people, or the peace that we have, or like this sense of wonderment with the world and this and that. For us to feel all those like complex emotions, to think about just it being over and there's just like our brain just turns off and that's it.
Yeah, right. It's just
I think that's a hard pill to swallow for some people after we've like experienced so much, or like you said, lost people. You want to see those people again. You want to be with your significant other. You want to see your friends, Yep. So
yeah,
what's a golden ticket to do that? An afterlife, in whatever sense that looks like.
Yeah. So you got to have faith.
You got to have faith. Creed. I believe in Creed. Can you take me?
Where is this coming from?
He would bleed for Creed.
I would bleed for Creed.
You do have a shirt that says that.
Yeah, and you're the guy's hero. So
that one dude lost his mind. But does having an afterlife change how we live? Knowing that this is going to be the case, whether it be like morally or how you personally see the world or how you fit into society, does knowing there's an afterlife change things for you? Or do you say, I don't care what's next. I want to live by my terms, however I see fit. And if there is somebody to judge me, then I'll be judged in the end times. But does knowing, like specifically for you to be like, oh, well, duh, I'm going to be on my best behavior?
I don't think it would sway me at all. I don't know other people living for, I mean, you're saying like we have concrete evidence that somehow there's an afterlife.
Right.
And going on that idea, there's absolutely nothing that I would do to change my lifestyle or anything.
Right.
And I think that doubly so ne'er-do-wells would probably think the same. Like, it doesn't matter because this life is going to be over. Like, do whatever you want. And then, I don't know, there's something else, but it's not like anyone can come back and prove us that it's like bad or not.
Looking for that lake of fire.
I mean, I guess like it's kind of, it's weird. Like you want to live ethically or morally correct by society standards, but those ideas change over time. So like, you can never judge history by the past because of how people live back then. Like
right.
It's just, you have to divorce yourself from that because I mean, we evolved over 20,000 plus years.
Yeah.
Right. So I also think it's kind of false witness or living not genuinely if you're like, oh, I better do this because I know there'll be consequences.
Right.
Or it's like going out of your way to do something just because you know you're being monitored or knowing you're doing something. Does that make people more disingenuous
Well,
if you're like, oh,
as an anarchist, I'd push back immediately. You told me there was rules, I'd say fuck you.
That's true.
Like that's my honest opinion on that.
Right.
Xavier, what do you think, man?
I mean, if I knew, I would just want to keep being just a good person, essentially. Just treat people with respect and care. I wouldn't really go out of my way to try to change anything unless I was like going down a bad, like, what I guess maybe I'm thinking of, I would need to change, like if I'm like a bad person in the sense, like I'm an abuser or something like that, or I abuse a certain substance, like I need to change because I just want to get better for myself, that kind of thing. But if there's a reward, like if I know there's an afterlife, and like, is there, for the afterlife, is there stipulations, like what Corey was saying, like do you have to act a certain way to get to a certain place, like a heaven or hell type thing? Or
right.
is it just like there's an afterlife, you'll figure it out once you get there, like
or to be judged after death? It seems so arbitrary on what you'd be judged on.
I kind of like the idea of just like having this life end and then not knowing. You know, it is very, I mean, all of us, I think, would prefer to see our pets or our family or our loved ones or spouses, whatever. Yeah. Obviously, those are the things that bring us the most comfort. Like that's, I mean, an automatic, like, oh, that's what I would like to happen. But also another portion of like not knowing is also exciting too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just the unknown, right? You know, nobody know. It's always a curious, always piques curiosity. Like, what's the unknown? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what else piques curiosity?
What's that?
These ads.
Oh.
Hi folks, my name is Corey Andre, creator and host of the Weekly Tall Talk. I would like to say thank you for listening to today's episode. If you like what you've been hearing, we would love to know what you think. After the episode, don't forget to leave a comment or reach out to us on our socials, where you can find us at the Weekly Tall Talk. We're excited to say that we're working on a couple other awesome projects for this year. If you would like to know more about that or find out what else we're working on, we have a Patreon and Discord that you can subscribe to, where we can be found at Tall Tale Network. And if you have any other questions or ideas for what you'd like us to discuss on the show, please email us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com.
Welcome back from those ads. We hope you enjoy them because they're ours.
Yeah.
If you're here and listening, then I hope you like them. Otherwise, why are you here? Get out. You found us by accident.
It's so they can listen to the same ad over and over again.
Yeah.
That's
does it for me.
That's what they're here for.
Does it for me. Moving right along to our second Would You Rather. This is interesting. We've never done a second Would You Rather, let alone a third.
Let alone a third.
Let's get to the second one. Would you rather be able to hear the things people say about you at your funeral, or see your best memories as a highlight reel on your deathbed?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
This is also I mean, I know we're dead, but who cares? But this is also one of the only would you rathers where it's not completely terrible on both sides. There's something to be gained.
Yeah, I mean, we are dead, though.
That's fair. The sweet release.
Sweet release.
Let me go. Xavier, we'll start off with you on this one. Corey bit the bullet first on the last thing.
Yeah. Still alive, though.
Still alive.
Still trucking, brother. Keep driving.
Keep biting those bullets.
Yeah.
Bite them all.
Eventually, one of them's going to work. Am I
right? Xavier, can I talk to you?
Talking won't do you any good.
for this second segment, I think I'd rather maybe hear what people had to say at things at my funeral, just to see hear what people's responses are, or just I think that, I mean, I'd like to hear both of them or see both of them, like the best memories highlighted. That's really cool too.
That'd be nice.
Maybe just being able to hear them, friends and family talk, one last time before you shoot off into space. Your ghost just flies away. That's what I'm picturing. Just lightning speed into oblivion. I think that would be my pick, was just to hear, maybe that'd be the last time being able to hear somebody that your friends or family and loved ones, stuff like that.
Would you have to have a memorial service for this to happen, or would like your specter just kind of float around anytime somebody thinks about you negatively, neutrally, or positively?
I like that. It's just, you would have to wait for somebody to talk about you in third person randomly, just in their house. That guy was the best, man.
Then you blink into existence.
I didn't really think about this. You're off like exploring the cosmos, and then you're just like, yeah, he would have loved this, and something you absolutely hate.
It's like the worst seance because you got no control.
You're just like, you brought me back for this?
Yeah, because think of the amount of people that didn't get a memorial. There's billions.
I didn't think of it. Yeah, that's true. Oh, so I guess if you have a funeral, guys, have a celebration of life. Apparently, or you won't hear what they're saying about you.
Damn, hope you could afford the casket.
Oh, because that's why I'm expensive too.
I want to be burned.
I think you know what, I'm pretty selfish, as some of my answers have suggested. I'd love to see my best memories as a highlight reel.
Right.
And the reason is because they would be my own memories. Whereas if I left it up to you fuckers, it would be like the most insane shit, the ugliest fucking pictures you could find.
Oh no.
Like any upward triple chin angle.
Oh, 1,000%. Be like, here, we got a gold mine. I'd be like, Lester, I need a 10-minute montage.
I was just gonna say, it's all of Lester's
videographer.
Videography.
Just
man,
it's true. Like my montage reel over Pearl Jam and Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's like the two bands I fucking hate the most.
Californication, you're like,
That's the punishment.
It's literally like punishing you at your own celebration of life. Just God damn it.
That's so rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to see my memories on my deathbed. Because well, that's assuming I'd get a deathbed as opposed to have my head exploded by a drone. So either way, I would like that. Again, I can't talk about the other things that have been going on.
Right.
But on my death, as I'm dying, the instant the explosion happens, I want to see all those memories.
Yeah. And then the final one is the drone blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so real.
Time freezes and I'm like, oh, hey, there it is. I wave at it.
Oh, yeah.
Beep.
I like that.
Oh, man.
I just like to imagine you as Quicksilver from the X-Men movies, and you're going through all this stuff and just seeing it, and just the drones just slowly getting closer and closer to you, as you're reminiscing and staring off
it's not only that, it's I'm going from fetus to infant to child to teenager, I'm seeing my whole life expand as the drone gets closer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
One moment to reflect.
You caught me.
You got me, guys. It was only a matter of time, boys.
I knew it would end like this. Cale, what about you?
Part of me wants to hear the things people would say, but also, I think also I'm more likely to side with you, Corey, on this one in terms of seeing my best memories. Because the memories that happen for me might not actually be what is actually happening for the situation. I might remember something and have it be as a memory, and my brain was a very pleasant thing and a very nice thing. And little did I know I was offending the shit out of somebody else or bothering like my mom or my sister or Debbie to the point of where they were really pissed.
It's like when you traumatized all those kids in a park by stomping around on the sand, pretending you were Godzilla.
Damn it. See that I want popcorn for 3D. That one I'm not ashamed of. But to serve myself better, I guess I would like my memories all played back, the highlights of my life. I wonder how long that would be in real time, like how much you would actually see or these like key points in life, like how many, if you had to pick out, like off the top of your head, how many would like hit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
so
man.
I'm curious to what it would be.
And would you even, okay, so let's say that this all happens, right? And you get to see your entire life's memories and all this stuff. What happens after? Like if you go into like an afterlife or some other existence, do you at least get to keep those memories? Because if not, what's the point?
Yeah, just play it back. Be like, hey, can I hold on to these so I remember who these people are if I do see them in the afterlife?
Not. Back to the labor camp.
Mind wiped.
I mean, there's like, what? It's like work on the walls. But,
we got demons to keep out.
Yeah, exactly. They're breaking the gate. You're the front line, buddy boy. This is live, buddy.
Just get the great wall of heaven.
Yeah, seriously, the bright light is just the muzzle flash of the demon cannons trying to break down the gate. And I'm like first on the line with like an angel sword and shit. God, instantly thrusting that. It's like the worst version of Day After Tomorrow. You're just perpetually born an angel to just fight demons nonstop, and you're just scared out of your mind.
Yeah,
you're terrified.
Just terrified. The afterlife, it's just you being like, "Get up, kill him!" And there's just like horned demons running through the gate, and you're just like, "What?"
Like,
hey, but you know what? At least you had that last snippet of enjoying your memories.
That's the payout. You got a 30-second like iPhone reel of your like memories from throughout that's stored on your phone.
Yeah,
that's all you get.
There's like a timer that's ticking down, and then it's like it blasts you. Like, welcome, prepare for eternal war.
Dude, and then the gunship doors open, and you're flying over fucking hell.
Yeah, exactly. Just like
somebody's on the minigun, just.
Oh my god.
Exactly, just mowing down demons. You're just like, what? It's like, this is heaven.
Yeah, that sounds pretty brutal.
You hear that Creedence Clearwater, bam, the Vietnam shit. You just jump out of a helicopter. You're like, kill them demons, blah. Just paratrooping down. Oh, that went sideways very quick.
Wow,
but I still want to hear what people have to say if it's nice. I don't want to hear if people are like, this guy was the worst.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want those memories being like, especially like if you're lucky enough to like get a funeral and people are talking about you at the wake or whatever.
Right.
But like they're talking about all the shitty things. You're like, what the fuck, guys?
Exactly. It's like what you were saying earlier. It's like, I don't trust you guys. I just imagine it as like just a roast of me and the worst things I've done, like making fun of like all the terrible shit that's happened and all this other stuff. And like you said, just the worst pictures and them just laughing their asses off. And I'm just standing in the corner like, oh, this was a good choice. Glad I took this over the highlight reel, you mother.
Okay, question. How would you guys be disappointed if at this point, if you passed away tomorrow and your highlight reel played before you and it was only like a minute and a half long?
I'd be like, oh, I guess I didn't do shit.
Huh. I didn't really take advantage of that, did I?
Yeah. It's like, why am I sitting down so much?
Oh man, I'm scrolling Reddit a lot, huh?
Yeah, I'm only standing in one of these clips. I don't know, man.
Bummer.
Yeah, that would be kind of rough.
Well, onto the battlefield.
I mean, I know we talked about now, like, you know, being born again. You see the bright light at the end, and it's just the tunnel of warfare. But if that wasn't the case, and you were going on to an afterlife, would seeing your memories at the end like prepare you for what comes next? Like kind of like an encapsulation of your lifetime, your energy, your experience through life. Would like that be something like comforting to carry on to the next stage? Or like you said, Corey, is it just like a moot point? We're already dead. Like this is the next level of existence. Does like your human like thoughts and emotions even matter at that point to you?
I don't know, because I think it's a pretty multi-dimensional question.
Right.
Because like we're speculating on
everything,
having some form of memory that continues over into another life for a purpose too.
Right.
Like I don't think that this would just happen for nothing. Like maybe some part of like, I think it would really make you question the grand design if you didn't get to a heaven, hell, purgatory, or any form of religious afterlife. You know, if it was something completely unfathomable, why do I need this memory to continue going forward in this new existence?
Right.
So I don't know if it would like help me or prepare me in any way. It would. I think it would confuse me.
Right. It's interesting because like thinking about this, you know, we're thinking about our memories in an afterlife of what goes forward. If there's nothing, if there's no payoff for this or these emotions happen, it's like, why did we struggle through all of life's struggles? And I understand some people see life as an endless struggle that would just kind of go like your human body, right? Like without you having to think about it, your body will fight as long as it can to keep you alive. It's an innate, like factor in what makes us human. It's your body will fight against your brain to keep you alive. So if you got through life's challenges and all these things that you've experienced and there's just nothingness, would you be like, why did I go through all that?
What was this all for?
What was it?
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of stuff could be good too. I'm saying like, oh, it's a struggle and there's dark time. I mean, I think there's hard times for everybody. Everybody's different. I mean, nobody shares the same experience, but if you have a particularly rough life and then there's just nothing after and you're a person just trying to get through it, it will, I don't know if people would be too pleased with that.
I don't either.
That would be pretty
Xavier,
rough.
what do you think about that? Would you be pissed or?
I'm
back, and this time I'm fucking pissed.
I'm pissed. I think if I would hope that, I mean, if it was just nothingness, maybe it would just be like, all right, we just don't exist anymore. I would think maybe it would just be like, all right, I would be pissed if there was like nothing and like it would make no sense. But then
like you're just floating in a void.
Yeah. If it was nothing, then hopefully it would be like, okay, this life ended. I know I ceased to exist. My thoughts, my memories, everything, my thinking is just done. I don't think, I don't see anything. It's nothing. And then maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. But I would hope that it would just be like, all right, that's it. But
well, imagine like having like going through all of this shit just to get to an afterlife, and the afterlife is just like whatever good version of the corporeal body that you had, and you're just floating around in an abyss of blackness with all of these memories and all of these thoughts with nothing to do, and you're like, well, I wonder how long this is gonna last.
Dude, that would be
forever.
Become an eldritch god.
You just
You'd be lost with your insanity of only good memories.
I've kind of like I've kind of thought of that being like an afterlife, right? How Xavier, you were describing it like before we went to shooting each other, of course, but you described it as like this place of eternal happiness, of like nothing that would bring you anxiety, nothing that would bring you pain or worrying. And sometimes I do think of like my conscious brain thinks, okay, well, the afterlife might just be this scenario of make believe of my brain just in free flow of everything that makes me happy. And it's just, there's nothing there. It's just our brain activity, or, you know, you're in the ether, and it's just this perpetual thing of just your energy, your spirit being in everything that bothers you. So there's no afterlife per se. Like, I don't go run and find someone and see everybody, but it's all these things that of these scenarios of like daydreaming in your head of like the best things or romanticizing things. And like, I don't think that would be the worst thing. I guess the worst thing is, like Corey said, the black void of nothingness. But if it was just like our brain, like kind of replaying memories or making up everything like we're in a simulation, like I wouldn't be too upset with that, I guess, if that was between that and the void.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
like if you were in a simulation and you didn't know it, like, would you mind? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't follow the white rabbit or whatever.
You're right. No, I'm picturing what you're saying. Like, float. If it's just your conscious is just floating around. Your thoughts and stuff are just existing. And you're still.
There's no outside forces to bring negativity to you. Like you said, there's no need for anything. The fact that I'm going to have Corey chop the audio, because for the fact that you said that it was fine that there was no guns is something I never thought I would hear. Even in a heaven scenario or whatever the afterlife is. I was like, there's got to be guns. He's like, no, there's no need. I'm like, he's changed. This Corey leaving changed you.
I made him a less violent person. Look what I've done coming back.
It's the opposite.
No. It's because I've been being chased for so long.
That's true.
I just want all the violence to stop.
If we could circle back to the first option, I mean, like you said, Corey, didn't really think about like, hey, what if people don't have a funeral? They're like, oh, well, imagining a perfect scenario where you do and people are able to gather around and celebrate you, and hopefully you were not terrible. Would hearing that, what they say, bring you any kind of closure in your mind? Or are we, it's kind of hard to say because like you said, there's just such a, we're just picking at random things of what we assume would happen or what we're there. We can't imagine being after death. We can't imagine like having cosmic knowledge or this or that to where we only have our human emotions. So if like I'm still in my human emotions, would hearing what people have to say about you and your life bring you closure upon death, I guess?
I don't know if it would bring me closure necessarily. I don't know if that's the right word.
Right.
I think that it would be interesting hearing what people have to say about me, but I'm also of the mind of like, and I don't know what emotion this is, but to like hear something that people are saying about you and then me thinking, oh, that's really your last thought of me? Like something inconsequential, like even if they're not like talking shit about you, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. He went to work. He paid his taxes most years. So
you're saying like if something was of no consequence, like you would hate for there to be a feeling of like insignificance in what people say.
That would be it. It's that fear of like. I guess like the last impression that I would ever hear and then assumedly go on to an afterlife with that in my memory and like be like, oh, just really disappointed going into heaven.
It's like, hey, welcome. You're like, all right, man. What happened? No, it's a rough day. Well, you died. It happens, buddy. But
I wish I was at work.
I could see that being something like they say, or they just have a totally just skewed view of what you were like. You're like, you didn't know me at all.
Yeah.
Like, what are they talking about? They're like, I would have loved this. And like you said, you just completely hate what's going on and be like, I would hate everything about this.
I don't think I want to hear what people think about me unsolicited.
Okay. You want it to be like a pointed thing. Okay.
Yeah. If I'm not directly asking you what you think about me, I don't think that I want to know what you think about me.
Right. That's fair. Yeah, just like it's like that potential of like eavesdropping, right? It's like the ultimate level of eavesdropping. You're like, oh, they could say something nice about you or like really hurt your feelings.
Yeah, you just hear about yourself in a different perspective. Something you can't possibly know, and like I think those times are like, maybe a time of where you need to reflect on things if you heard something you didn't like. But like that's where I'm coming from. Is like, what if I don't like the things that they're saying? Now I gotta reflect on this for eternity. Fucker still owes me $50.
Think about that. Think about that for a while. Xavier, same thing. Would I guess closure is not the right word, but hearing what people say about you, would that, maybe it's a cathartic thing for you letting people let that emotion out and then move on maybe, or remember you and however they remember you, but like maybe allowing people to have that final thought of you kind of in a sense.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think love trains. Fuck.
And I get what you guys are saying, what Corey was saying about like, hopefully what if they're going to say something bad about you? I would hope that nobody would. I mean, in that time or talking about me since I would have passed at this moment. So like, hopefully it'd be good things. But I think for me, it'd be being able to hear people that are close to me, loved ones, friends, and even if it's in a joking manner, like, sometimes people at funerals, I don't know, well, maybe not at funerals, but maybe they'll say something lighthearted or like a lighthearted joke because they're trying to celebrate whoever is passed, and they're sharing their stories and things like that. And I would want to hear, well, I mean, honestly, it'd be just listening to people who are sad or upset. Right. And that's what you have to think about the rest of your eternity, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking about with this scenario. It's like, maybe that would be bad. I think you see everybody in pain. You're like, oh, this is awful.
Yeah. And they're saying what they're saying, like during grief too, which is already hard to put on somebody. But like, I think we all got like an auntie or like an uncle or a cousin who will talk out of the side of their mouth at an inappropriate place.
Oh yeah. She's like, that's why I did
talk
that.
About the waiter while you're sitting at the table, but think it's okay because you're talking to somebody next to you. That kind of like shit. Like that's what I expect.
The no self-awareness there.
Exactly.
It's like read the room. Everyone's like, oh God. And you're just kind of an ass.
I would imagine in those instances, I would be like, all right, I'm haunting your ass.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm coming for you.
I'm going to be jangling chains and hiding shit in your house.
1,000%, dude. That was in the back of my thought. I was like, you guys better have something nice to say because I'm coming.
Oh, you wake up, your car keys are gone. Move.
Oh, you overslept again? That's a shame.
That's a shame. Why did your thing come unplugged?
Damn, what's happening? You're losing your house? Oh.
I know you've always wanted a pet raccoon.
Oh, how about in your bathroom? We'll be back. I don't know how to go from raccoon
really well.
Raccoon in your bathroom. I'm like, how do I spin this?
Are you tired of the same old podcasts? I'm Cale, the Hammer. Have you had enough of the same old song and dance? Don't despair. You have found the weekly Tall Talk. We bring you all the topics you deserve, all the madness you can't contain, and let your insanity run wild. A weekly series of short stories and would you rather questions every Wednesday at 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you can think of. The weekly Tall Talk. Go listen now.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going for a record-breaking third Would You Rather in an episode. Oh, I can't believe it.
Wow.
It's happening.
This really is a special episode.
It really is. Each one is, but this is an extra special episode, if you ask me.
And frankly, every one of you listening should be thankful to us.
Yeah. We brought more content. More.
Give it a like. Give it a subscribe. You know what to do.
Hit that bell.
It's the least that you could do.
It's all those things.
Man hours over here. Moving right along.
Man, I love pandering.
Just berate people immediately.
I know.
We did this for you. You do this. Support us, please. Please support us.
Please, I have warrants to pay off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's on the lam, man. If you get enough fame, you could just walk around scot-free. Nothing happens to celebrities.
Yeah.
You just do whatever you want. Moving right along. Keep that in mind, people. Free Corey. Third segment. Would you rather be able to see your loved ones from beyond the veil whenever you'd like, or have one last chance to tell each person something?
Now, who do you consider loved ones? Like, if you die, right? And you want to come see Debbie anytime, but she gets married in 10 years, like, is that going to be okay?
I'm just watching like some dude named Francois
Yeah, dude, your ghost life is all about cucking.
No.
I mean, I would think like I would get the point. Like I check in and just having relations. I'd be like, all right, never come back.
Enough.
Never come back. Enough. I'm going to see what Xavier's doing. He's having sex too. What's going on?
Damn, it's World Sex Day.
Ghosts. Yeah, what the
I
hell?
shouldn't have popped in at this time.
This is worse. It is 11:30 at night. Why am I either sleeping or just watching people sleep, or they're having coitus?
Hey, you know what? You don't get to make the rules. You just got to enforce them.
Exactly. That's not my fault. So, loved ones, I guess. I was going to say people that you love, but you can love people without them wanting you to love them. So maybe not.
Oh, ew.
I'm in love with you, and be like, oh, no. That's not a loved one.
Yeah.
Mutual adoration, friendships,
Acquaintances.
Or any
I wouldn't go
relation-
acquaintance. I wouldn't.
acquaintances.
I mean, you're a specter, a time shifting portal demon. I guess you could see whoever you want, but
Damn, I can't say hi to Jim from the Special K. From the Circle K. My bad.
Circle K.
Special K.
The cereal.
Special from the cereal.
Yeah. You're just at the cereal plant. You're like, hey, he's like, ah! He just goes into a large machine, just bang, gang, gang, gang.
Yeah, he falls into the fucking corn husker or whatever.
And then you just, you just have Jim following you around with like a pouty look on his face. He's like, you listen to me.
I am sorry.
I came here to say what's up.
He's like, really?
It's not my
You're
fault.
Like, well, hey, man.
So I guess loved ones
mistake.
is up to you. If this is a landmine of a question. Thank you. People who would want to be visited by you, maybe. Does that make sense? Like, oh, I wish you were still
that's
around.
That's going to be like
this.
way less numbers.
That's fine. You lived how you lived.
Heck yeah.
You made your bed, buddy. You're going to lay in it. So I guess in terms of that, it's the people who you had a lasting impression on positively that would want you around, not that you've haunted in real life.
It's an absolute ghoul in this life.
Yeah, yes. Now I have even more abilities. You're like, oh God.
What do you think, Xavier?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm thinking.
Go ahead with this one. Good luck.
You know what? Being able to see loved ones from beyond the veil, are we just like we can just see them? Can we engage with them, or we just? I'm
just imagining like that Interstellar movie where Matthew McConaughey's just screaming from like behind the bookshelf. You can like witness, not that exact scenario, but you can like witness them, but you're not like physically there. You're like seeing them through a wall, like a two-way mirror or something like that.
Or like Amazon Ring camera from inside the house. All the security cameras.
Oh God.
Dang, that's a tough
one.
It's
just like thousands of hours of Cale flexing.
It's just me, just nonstop. It's like, let's check in on that guy. Oh man, I haven't seen him. Oh, okay. He's still a douche.
At it again, huh?
Some things are never change. Just terrible. I don't think I need to pop in for another 10 years.
Something never will change. No, yeah, man, that is a tough one. I think that is tough. I don't know.
Ooh, he's pondering this one. We have a pondering scenario.
Yeah, I'm pondering this. So you can't interact with the loved ones. You can just kind of pop into their life you're just geez, I can't talk. You're visualizing them from afar.
No, what were you gonna say?
Oh man,
that was a tongue twister on that one.
Had a short circuit there. I think I would want to be able to maybe have one last chance to tell each person something.
Rock on.
That maybe I can, because I could take that opportunity to maybe communicate something that I did get a chance to say. Like I didn't get a chance to say what I wanted to say before my ghost shot off into orbit. Yeah, I think that would be my choice. I think that.
Yeah, I like that because like you can do good and bad with that. Yeah. My thoughts were, you can tell somebody like, I really just can't stand the look at you. I'm disgusted. I'm glad that I'm not around because I don't have to see your stupid face anymore.
That would make living absolute hell. To know that like everybody who dies gets the final word in your life.
Right. You wrong somebody, they're just like licking their chops, like waiting for the, it's like, oh yeah, you can get me now, but I'll be back. I'll be like, back. No, I don't want it. I don't want it, man. So you could really just destroy someone verbally if you wanted to.
You could. I mean,
yeah, but I love how you were like, yeah, I say one last thing, get it off my chest. We're like, yeah, just tell them to F off.
Just absolutely ruin their fucking day.
Yeah. Just like the second they're on like a high, you're just like, hey, bud.
You know what I think that is like that's when we have intrusive thoughts, when you think about that dumb shit you did when you were 14 and you're like, why did I do that?
Oh,
yep,
dude.
Stupid. Why did I fucking say that? Idiot.
Right?
I'm 34. Fucking idiot.
And you're like, why am I still remembering this?
Yeah, get it out of my head. So I'm assuming you would more opt for the nice things, Xavier, and send somebody off with some kind of caring message, loving message, not a haunting, just roast from beyond.
I guess I'm just guilty. I don't know.
Unless there is,
I kind of want to yell at people too.
But yeah, for me, I think it would just be, I would only really care about telling people that I care about, like some last message, like,
not going to waste your ghost powers.
Well, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think, for me, it would probably, I would want to take it on the good path and just feel like I'd only want to speak to people that I cared about. And leave all the people that didn't care about, do their own thing.
Oh, Xavier didn't come visit me. Did you guys get a visit from Xavier?
Yeah, man. It was so cool. He had this long ass conversation. Oh.
Huh. Maybe he just forgot.
I'm sure he's just getting there, man. Maybe he had stuff to do.
Yeah. Tons of people. He knows a lot of people. He's making the rounds.
He's talking to every person that works at the bank.
Yeah.
Just right down the line.
It's just weird that, you all got the Xavier dream on the same night,
Oh, see, man, you were like extra tired. So maybe you slept so hard, you just forgot the dream.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
that's probably it. Yeah. Xavier didn't know I was a sleepy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I tried unconscious and was like, hello, Corey?
just on the couch, just song.
Passed out. I was like, I'll come back.
I missed my one opportunity.
Damn.
I'll come back later.
I'll be back. I got time. I got lots of time. So Corey, have these two options. I mean,
he's throwing it to Cale.
Damn, he's got it to me. As much as I try to be a big, strong man, I could be a bitch sometimes. So I think I don't know how bad it would hurt me to see, if I came back and I was able to see, you guys see Debbie, and if any of those scenarios were you at your lowest or going through an amount of pain or being upset or just having the worst go of it, that shit would hurt me worse than the dying part probably. So you take that opportunity. If you pop in, it's just the worst. There's nothing you can do. I would be so focused on that, so upset by that. I may not want that opportunity to be upset. And that would maybe make it, I would hope this is all speculation, but I'm hoping we're beyond such things, but we're still visiting people on this realm. So our human side, our consciousness isn't gone entirely. So I don't know how much I would benefit from seeing people. It would maybe make me long to be back, long to see you,
right?
And
then
so maybe I would be worse off.
It would really depend on how, I suppose, fulfilling might be the right term. It would depend on how fulfilling your afterlife would be. Because is this checkup a phone call for us? You know, you just, you pop in, you see someone, you wave, and it's like, okay, well, that's cool. They're still doing good. All right, bye.
Right.
Or
something
do you get
very casual.
Like a text message because your nephew died in a car accident. You're like, I gotta go see him now. He'll be to me.
Here we go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it would be like the way and then the manner of how you died. Maybe if it was like an absolute tragedy or if it was a long drawn out process, or I mean, any loss is terrible, but I guess the manner of that would be if somebody's just constantly grieving and you're checking and they're still heartbroken and still very upset. Yeah. That would be terrible. I would hate that.
And you couldn't say anything to them to console them. You're just watching from afar, essentially.
Yeah. And I think it could be the way worse off as opposed to what you were saying, Xavier, like having that last chance to tell people something or give them that closure. Cause I mean, we're out of here. We're through, but like saying something encouraging or something that meant a lot, or I always thought of this way, or you know how I truly felt about you, this and that. That would be fulfilling for me, but hopefully even better for the person I'm telling it to, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that would be like my own level of closure. I mean, we talked earlier about like getting closure from hearing people talk about you, but I think it's a drastically different thing if you having closure of like your last thoughts being expressed to somebody and just being like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. I think being able to, because what if it's something that you haven't, you just didn't get the opportunity to say, and now you have that opportunity and you can go in and tell whoever it is, like what, just a own final thought.
Right.
To maybe put them at ease and then put yourself at ease there.
Right. Could be a mutually beneficial thing, I think, if you go that way.
I think like in doing that too, like it really is kind of a one and the same question, because you're still coming back at a later point in their life than when you left them, being able to have this like conversation with them. Because like if we're saying like I guess the way I interpreted it is if damn it. I tongue twisted myself.
Yeah. Damn it, Xavier, you got him.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, damn it.
No, that idea is fucking gone.
It got twisted into oblivion.
Oh man.
I guess this would
my
be
brain hurts.
More of a, I think you would, if you were to tell each person something like one last chance, this would be especially beneficial in a, maybe not the best wording, but this would be more apt for a tragedy situation, an unexpected death.
Like if you die, so you die suddenly and they didn't have
versus
a final
like,
moment with you.
Yeah, exactly. If someone's cross country or nobody is around during your last days or this or that, or whatever the case may be, that a sudden loss of life is more what I thought went forming this question of like making sure everybody gets that closure. I think it's important to tell people while we're alive how you feel. We've had conversations about that, but like kind of being open with your emotions. But if you don't get that chance, it would be amazing to have that one last conversation or have that last talk with somebody and be like, it's going to be all right, blah, blah, or bullshit your way through it. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's how I interpreted this scenario.
Sure.
So Corey, did you actually answer this? I know we talked about the loved ones things, but did you give us a answer?
It's going to be the same as both of yours for a lot of the same reasons. Mm-hmm. I don't really know how much I can really add to that as an answer. I would like to have that conversation with the people that I felt affected me the most and vice versa, and be able to just talk with them and tell them that things are going to be okay and then move on from there. Right. I think that would be much more fulfilling than coming back as a specter and
just watching,
having a more voyeuristic lifestyle of things. Because like we were saying, like it doesn't seem like that would really do anything for us in this new reality that is our world.
Right. I agree. I think it would be cool to see like these milestones, like say you have kids and you see these milestones in their life that are very, fulfilling and very happy and this stuff. But like you would be able to witness that when you wouldn't be able to otherwise. But outside of that, I think you're absolutely right. I think it'd be much more fulfilling to have those conversations.
Yeah.
In with a live person. And Just one final thought on that. Like, how would you imagine that this conversation would go? Would it come as like a dream? See, like we were joking around about the Xavier dream, but like, do you think it would, like, you would deliver this message like as like a maybe interior thought of like somebody having a thought about you, and it was this conversation or feeling they get, or would you like visibly show up and scare the shit out of somebody? And be like, I mean, that would be very, very jarring. Like when my dad passed, I could have sworn, dude, like it was maybe like a week after he passed. Like I felt like I saw him outside. I just, I know I took that for granted for a long time, or I just like, just somebody would go by. I could have sworn, man. So like, that was very jarring to me. I went outside like, and it was just this feeling. It was just this eerie feeling. So, I mean, I would imagine if you were like physically showing up, that could be very
That'd be pretty traumatic.
Yeah.
Because again, like like in this scenario, you're not getting to, you don't have any agency over this as the surviving person that this happens to, whether or not it's showing up as a dream or anything else in some sort of like thing I can see. Like, I don't know. Like it kind of worries me having that agency taken away just because of the broad spectrum of people out there. Right. And like the things that they would come and do and say, like, I don't know, that worries me. I think that's too much power in death.
That's true.
Somebody would just come back and start scaring everybody.
Yeah, just hey, exactly, let's continue that conversation we had at the Special K factory.
Yeah, it's just like
fuck, Jim, I'm sorry.
Dude,
I shouldn't have gave you the Snickers.
What am I supposed to do, dude? It was an accident.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. That would be too much for me. Because then to know, like, it's a whole big thing after you die because now you got to do it. And I just want to rest, man.
Right.
I just want to rest.
I was just like, I thought I was done working.
Yeah, dude.
When I died, I thought I was under the impression I didn't have to make any more house calls. I don't have to talk to anybody.
They put the sponge on my head. They put the things around my wrist.
Here we go.
And they pulled the switch, and I was hoping that was going to be it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Instead, the sponge wasn't wet.
Nah.
Just got dried.
Different haircut.
Damn it. Nice bowl cut. I don't know how to transition from that.
Well, unlike the Green Mile.
Yeah.
This
Michael Clark Chapman. I got myself. I'm very proud of that. Nobody else is going to care for that one, but I liked it. I'm tired, Corey. Corey, where can people find you? Not on the Green Mile, but on social media.
I'm on Instagram.
The Lamb. Car Fugitive 69.
69420 actually.
Oh, get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, if you want to find me, I am on Instagram at Corey.Andre, Corey.Ondrey. We also have a Instagram for the show that you're listening to right now. You can find us at The Weekly Tall Talk. We post extra bits, skits, and snippets when we can, and show you some fun stuff that we're doing in our life. Make sure to follow and check us out there.
Hell
Cale,
yeah.
what about you?
I'm on Instagram as well at TallTaleCale with an underscore in between each word and a C instead of a K for Cale. We also have a communal TikTok at the same name, The Weekly Tall Talk, where everything Corey was talking about, we do it over there and spice it up a little bit. Some different clips, some different behind the scenes things, keep you posted over there. So follow us over there. We also have our YouTube channel at The Weekly Tall Talk.
Wow.
Check us out there. Subscribe for the podcast to come out via YouTube. And also we're looking into doing live shows again. We have some other things in the work as well. So just stay updated on our YouTube channel. Once again, that was at The Weekly Tall Talk. And last but certainly the least. No, I'm sure. Xavier, what do you have to offer, sir?
Oh, we have a Patreon account as well. I don't know if we didn't talk about the Patreon account, right?
Not yet.
No, I don't think we've talked about it yet.
All right. Well, yeah, we have a Patreon account. If you guys feel free to check us out at patreon.com/Tall Tale Network. We're going to be starting to post more pictures there and more behind the scenes things. And some also just like on what Corey mentioned on our Yeah, on our socials. Feel free to check us out there. And a special shout out to our Patreon member, Eric. Thank you so much for being.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, thank you so much
man.
for being a member and supporter of our work and our podcast. And hopefully everyone else listening may want to take a peek and join in. And if you feel for it, you could toss us a couple of bucks to help keep the content rolling. And we do also have a Gmail account. We'd love to hear your responses to today's questions. And that is at talltailnetwork@gmail.com. And without further ado, we'll tell you later.
Bye, everybody.
Yay.
Yay.